during your tenure. So the problem still continues. Now, I want you to take heed on the Act, particularly the Local Government Finance Act, Audit Act 2004, Section 8.4. It gives responsibility to the to make sure there is a budget. This is not optional. The chairpersons have the responsibility to make sure there is a budget of the council. And this budget is so important, it follows the same line of the budget that comes from finance for the entire country, the budget and the estimates. I would just like to read this to you so you can go back and reflect on this and know that this is your responsibility, because the root cause of the problem starts from the lack of proper budgeting system. And it is the responsibility of the chairperson. It states, the chairperson of a council shall cause to be prepared not later than 30th September of each year and laid before the council estimates of revenue and expenditure of the council for the ensuing financial year. A council budget shall be prepared in the form of estimates of income and expenditure annually, on the basis of which this place is a little bit unclear. Expenditure necessary for the Section 5 is unclear on this, but let me just move on. Provision shall be made in the estimates of revenue and expenditure for the general operations and management of the council's affairs and for the performance of its functions, including emoluments and salaries of the chairperson and other staff of the council, the operation of the wards and village development committees, and the grants allowances to any person or group of persons for any services rendered to councils as may be determined by the Secretary of State. A council shall allocate at least 60% of the budget for development activities, excluding the recurrent cost of those activities. For the avoidance of doubt, no council shall operate a recurrent budget deficit. Approval of the budget. The annual estimates prepared under Section 8 shall be in such form as may be directed by a financial manual. The draft estimates shall be displayed at ward level for comments before submission to council. The draft estimates shall be considered in a meeting of the council specially convened for the purposes, and copy of the draft shall by resolution of the council be submitted to the Secretary of State, that means the minister, within such time and in such matter as may be directed by the financial manual. The Secretary of State shall consider the draft estimate submitted by council and may make observations and comments on the whole or any item or items contained in the estimates before returning it to the council. The council shall reconsider the draft estimates, taking into account the observations and comments of the Secretary of State. Where the Secretary of State is of the view that the draft estimates of council not in conformity with this act or national policy or the financial manual, he or she shall direct the council to comply accordingly. The council shall forthwith comply with the directive and revise the estimates accordingly. A council shall by resolution approve the draft estimates. Where it appears to a council in any financial year that the expenditure for any specified purpose is desirable and no provision of insufficient provision was made in the estimates for the year, the council may approve a supplementary estimate and where in any financial year it appears to the council that its revenue of that all these years the councils were wrongly operated. Then we wouldn't even be having these problems, because this is the starting draft estimates. And I want you as chairperson, I feel we need to this and special thanks goes to the honorable members for coming. It will be. Kilibal mai paper yun daw.
Huh? You know you like care. Huh?